Hello students, today we are going to start with the third number lesson of the English entitled as Pillars of Democracy of Standard 11. Sorry, it is a fourth number lesson, Pillars of Democracy. So before we start, we have icebreakers activities in the beginning of the lesson. So let us just look it and have a solution for it. Discuss with your partner and choose the correct alternatives. Now, government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth. Now, this famous statement is made by Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Abraham Lincoln, or Dalai Lama. The correct answer is Abraham Lincoln. Answer C. Second, a system where the government is elected and ruled by a people is called as bureaucracy, democracy, or autocracy. The answer is democracy. C1. Number 3. A democratic country is governed by its military, police, politicians, or constitution. So it is governed by the constitution. So all these three factors totally applicable to the India. The Trinity of democracy comprise the three principles. Now complete the web to show the Trinity of democracy. Now here this web we are going to complete. Now what could be the answers? These are the Trinity of democracy. This is already given in our preamble, and that is these three principles that we have taken from the France. And those principles are liberty, equality, and fraternity. I repeat, liberty, equality, and fraternity. So you can write it in the boxes. Now match the following. Second number question. Look at here, all are very much easy. There are four options: constitution, liberty, equality, and fraternity. So here the answer of number one, that is constitution. So number one answer lies is matching to the answer D1, constitution D. So what it is? An aggregate of fundamental principles or established precedents that constitutes the legal basis of polity, organization, or other type of entity and commonly determine how that entity is to be governed. That is the constitution. Second one, liberty. That is the freedom. So answer is A. It is a freedom to go wherever you want, to do whatever you want. That is the liberty. And equality, answer is B. It is the state of being equal, especially status, right, or opportunity. That is equality. And the fraternity is answer C. It is the sense of common brotherhood. Okay, that is the answer C. Fraternity and answer is C. Sense of common brotherhood. All are very much easy, and it is just warming up activity. By this it is easy for you to understand that this lesson is based on the constitution and the makers of the constitution and their contribution for the India. Now pillars form a support for concrete building, right? We need a strong pillars for any type of building to erect, stand and firmly. So pillars are the most important parts of any other things for the support purpose. So metaphorically speaking, a strong nation too depends on strong pillars. So these are the strong pillars of the nation. So let us understand more about the author, that is Dr. Bhim, that is Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, Bharat Ratna awardee. He was born on 14th April 1891 in the town and military cantonment of Mahu, now Dr. Ambedkar Nagar. Now that its name is changed as Dr. Ambedkar Nagar in Madhya Pradesh. So he is born in Madhya Pradesh at Mahu military cantonment area. He got his degree from Elphinstone College, Mumbai. So this is the building of Elphinstone College located at Mumbai. He subsequently adopted the doctorate from Columbia University, USA. So this is the building of Columbia University from USA. So obtained the doctorate from Columbia University and the London School of Economics. So this is the image of London School of Economics. He was also assigned the big and challenging task of framing the Constitution of India in the capacity of chairman of drafting committee. So he became the chairman of drafting committee for the framing the Constitution of India. He was awarded Bharat Ratna posthumously. So this is the Bharat Ratna award, the highly prestigious citizen award given to him or honored to him by the Indian government posthumously, that is after his death, for his dedication and commitment for the welfare of our country. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar has laid emphasis on the value of liberty, equality, and fraternity. According to him, these principles will make India a strong nation. He opines that hero worship is a sure road to degradation and to eventual dictatorship and the collapse of the nation. So let us start with our lesson, the pillars of democracy. Let us see now what are the pillars of democracy in reality exactly are these one, the judiciary, executives, media and legislatives. Okay, so let us turn to our lesson, pillars of democracy. If we wish to maintain democracy not merely in form but also in fact, what must we do? So if we really want to maintain the democracy in reality, so what should be done? The first thing in my judgment we must do is to hold fast to the constitutional methods of achieving our social and economic objectives. So whatever the social and economic objectives are given in the constitutional, we must hold those methods. Okay, we must follow those methods which are given in the Constitution of India, he says. Now, when there was no way left for the constitutional methods for achieving economic and social objectives, there was a great deal of justification for unconstitutional methods. That means when there was no way left for the constitutional methods for achieving economic and social objectives, if there was no any method, then there was a great deal of justification for unconstitutional methods. So the things may be done in some wrong way, some unlawful ways. For that justification can be given, need to be given. But where constitutional methods are open, that is rightly followed, there can be no justification for these unconstitutional methods. So there is no need to give any justification for these unconstitutional methods. Now these methods are nothing but a grammar of anarchy, and the sooner they are abandoned, the better for us. The unlawful things, the unconstitutional things, we better sacrifice it as early as possible, and this may cause the grammar of anarchy. That means the state of disorder, maybe confusion. So if we sooner sacrifice it, we sooner leave it, it is better for us. The second thing we must do is to observe the caution which John Stuart Mill has given to all who are interested in the maintenance of democracy. So this is the picture of John Stuart Mill. He is a great philosopher. What he says, he has given he says to take some caution or take some precautions in terms of following liberty. What he says, if you are really interested in the maintenance of the democracy, what to do? To lay their liberties at the feet of even a great man, or to trust him with the powers which enables him to subvert their institutions. If we over excessively the listen to the political person, okay, if we give our freedom at the feet of particular person, then definitely that person, or trust him with the powers which enables him to subvert their institutions. We are going to subvert the institutions. What he says in short, let us see. There is nothing wrong in being grateful to a great man. But there are limits to gratefulness. But how much to be grateful to a particular person even though he has done so many things? As has been well said by the Irish patriot Daniel O'Connell. So there is a reference of another person. Let us see. This person is Irish, that means he is from Ireland. Irish patriot Daniel O'Connell, what he says regarding this: no man can be grateful at the cost of his honor. No woman can be grateful at the cost of her chastity. And no nation can be grateful at the cost of its liberty. That means for a man his honor is important. Okay, for woman her chastity, that is purity, is important. And for a nation its liberty is important. So we did not to be grateful at these things. Okay, these things are the most important things than any other things. Now this question is far more necessary in the case of India than in the case of any other country. For in India, bhakti, or what may be called the path of devotion or hero worship, plays a part in its politics, unequal in a magnitude by the part it plays in the politics of any other country. Bhakti or the hero worship that plays different roles in India than any other country. What he says now, hero worship here it means excessive admiration for somebody in politics. Here we are talking about in terms of politics. Bhakti in religion may be a road to the salvation of the soul. He says, for the salvation of soul, that is the path of a bhakti in terms of religion. But in politics, bhakti or hero worship is a sure road to a degradation and to eventual dictatorship. But in politics, if you are worshipping the person from that point of view, then definitely you are going to degrade yourself. That means cause something to become worse in equality or worse in quality, or even it may lead to the eventual dictatorship. That means a rule of only one person, dictatorship. On 26 January 1950, we are going to enter into a life of contradictions. What he says here, we are going to enter in the life of contradictions. That means, if you know very well, in the preamble on 26 November 1949, we have adopted it, but we implemented it on 26 January 1950. So therefore, author says here, on 26 January 1950, we are going to enter into a life of contradictions. Now, contradictions, the thing, opposite things. Now, what are those things? Let us see. In politics, we will have equality, and in social and economic life, we will have inequality. So, this is the contradiction, opposite things. In politics, there is equality, but in social and economic life, there is inequality. In politics, we will be recognizing the principle of one man, one vote, and one vote, one value. See what he says here, in politics, we will be recognizing the principle of one man, one vote. As we know, it is applicable right now, one man has one vote, and one vote has a one value. But in our social and economic life, we shall, by reason of our social and economic structure, continue to deny the principle of one man, one value. But in social and economic life, we are denying this principle of one man, one value, because we will be losing our value. How long shall we continue to live this life of contradictions? So he is asking, how long we are going to live with these contradictions? How long shall we continue to deny equality in our social and economic life? If we continue to deny it for long, we will do so only by putting our political democracy in peril. If we deny it, we will keep our political democracy in a risk or in a danger. We must remove this contradiction at the earliest possible moment, or else those who suffer from inequality will blow up the structure of political democracy, which this assembly has to laboriously build. See, if we keep on delaying giving justice to this social and economic structure, social and economically people, those who are suffered. So these people may do revolt because their anger may blow up. It may blow up the structure of political democracy, which this assembly has built so laboriously. It built it so laboriously. That means that can be gone down, that can be broken now if we keep on delaying giving social and economic justice to the people, those who really required it. So that's it for this video. Remaining part will be seen in the next video. If you really like, please like, share and subscribe it. Thank you.